Hello students, today we'll do a poem, An Elementary School Classroom in a Slum, and this poem has been written by a famous poet, Stephen Spender. Stephen Spender was an English poet, novelist and essayist. His work majorly concentrated on themes of social injustice and the class struggle. He even had been appointed as poet laureate consultant in the poetry to the US Library of Congress in year 1965. The theme of the poem constitutes the social injustice and class inequality. In this poem, the poet has described the condition of the students of an elementary school. This school is situated in a slum area, and the poet wants to draw the attention of all of us towards these kids so that we can improve their life, we can give them better environment, they can be trained and they can become good citizens rather than criminals. Now in this poem, it does not have any rhyming scheme. Look at the first paragraph. Far, far away means very much far away. These children are shown in a classroom and they are seated far away from the beauties of the world, and the disorderly and unkempt hair on their paler means pale faces. They look like rootless wild plants. Weeds means wild plants. The tall girl who is seated is depressed. She said she kept her head down, and the boy who is sitting in the corner, he is very thin. His eyes are bulging out like those of the rat. His growth is blocked. His body is undeveloped. He has inherited twisted bones from his parents. Even he is suffering from gnarl disease, which means his body has knots. Knots means gaanthe in Hindi. So he is having that kind of a disease. And there is third boy who is seated unnoticed. This boy has dreams in his eyes. He dreams of outdoor games outside his dull and drab classroom. And this boy dreams of a squirrel playing games in the hollow of the tree. So 3 children are shown in this first paragraph, that how they are depressed, how they are sad, and they are sitting in the classroom. The third boy is shown that he is trying to live a better life by seeing some dreams. Now in the second paragraph we will see that a wall of the classroom is shown, and this wall is sour cream wall, means dim wall, unpleasant wall, faded wall, which is filled up with donations, charity, where Shakespeare's picture, the maps, the sceneries, all these things are actually put on the wall. It is full of all these kinds of charts, items, the maps, these pictures, and the kids, they feel that for them they are nothing. Like high domes of buildings of civilized world, they are nothing for them. The picture showing music of bells, fragrance of flowers which pervade in Tyrol Valley, they are nothing for them. The map of the world which was reshaped by a dictator like Hitler, it is nothing for them, because Hitler also did not take care of them. He has not kept a place for these children. In this map there is no place, no existence of these children. So for them, the world painted in these pictures is meaningless. Their own dirty and unpleasant surroundings only form their own world. They live in a world where the fog of uncertainty dominates their future. They are doomed to live in these narrow streets, and the world is far away from rivers, capes, and stars. Now in the third paragraph, again they talk about Shakespeare, that for them Shakespeare is nothing. They have no interest for Shakespeare, right? He is wicked for them. and the map a bad example for them, because in map also there is no place for their identity, means there is no identity of them in even the world map. Now, and the ships, the sun, all these things, beautiful things, are useless for them. These things entice these children. They really are tempted to steal them, but then they try to run away from these things, because they know they won't get it. They live in their narrow crowds, in their narrow lanes, narrow holes. There is no end to this kind of life, and this life starts from the fog of uncertainty and ends with their death. They know, they are aware of it. On the heap of waste, these small children, they actually start their life. They wander aimlessly over them. Their bones are peeping out of their skins. Their spectacles look like pieces of broken bottles on stones. All their time and space is spent in those dirty and foggy slums. These slums are living hells. They are blots on the world of the rich and the great. So for them, life is nothing. It is just a dingy cell. Now in the fourth paragraph, the poet has talked to the high ranked people. He has addressed them, like he has addressed the civilized world, the governors, the teachers, the inspectors, and the visitors, that they all must try bridging this gap. They must peep into the world of the children who are living in the slums. They must make their own world the world of the children too. And the unsuitable environment of the slum, which has shut all their gates of progress, should be broken. Means break open, means they are lying shut like the underground graves. There is a word catacombs, means underground graves. So these obstacles should be broken. Everything that binds them should be broken. They must be allowed to breathe in the open air. Let them come out of their narrow lanes, the dirty slums. The word should extend to the sky blue waves rising over the golden sands. Let the pages of wisdom open for them. Now look at the pictures, how they live their life, how do they eat, how they are studying in school. Bags are donated to them, and after school they reach their homes. They live in such hygienic conditions. They don't have homes. When they come to school, they are so depressed, they are so sad that they look like depressed children. Now in this, they are shown again that they want to live their life. They want to live happy life. Shakespeare does not have any value for them. For them, he is crooked. He is just a picture for them. He has not done anything for them. Now for them, Hitler, he has reshaped the map. He was a dictator, but in his world map, such a big world map, he has not kept a place for these children where they can live their life happily and freely. Now here in this picture, we can see that how these children are living their life in narrow streets. They are actually living in foggy and uncertain atmosphere, and for them, rivers, caves, starry places exist only in their dreams. For them, there is no sunshine, there is no ship, there is no happy life where they want to live in a good, wonderful life where a sky is free for them. They want to live that life also. Now look at the question answers. Why is map a bad example? The map is called a bad example for the children because it does not include their world of narrow and dirty lanes of the slum. The children spend their lives living like rats in their cramped holes in the slum. They live in the most dirty and unhygienic conditions. Now next is, what does gusty wave mean? Gusty waves mean blowing strongly. However, in this context, it is used as a metaphor and probably refers to the lively and energetic aspect of a child's life, which is lacking in the faces of the children mentioned in the passage. Now, what is the message? Stephen Spender has concentrated on social injustice and class inequality. It tells us about the miserable condition of the slum. It also symbolizes the hopeless minds of the children, despair, and monotony of life. The message of the poem is we must give enough education to the children in slum. We must try improving their life by giving them better opportunities and facilities, so that they can become a good citizen, they can become an asset to the society rather than turning towards the crime. So this is the message given through this particular poem, that we must try improving their life. Now, theme of the poem is that it is the plight of a poor children who are living in a slums, and the poet wants the life of the slum children to be changed. He wants their poverty to end. He wishes them to live in healthier, hygienic and beautiful environment. I hope you understood the poem. Thank you so much for listening and understanding.